crazy.
Yeah. Or pull something out of the hive.
Well, what do you pull out of the hive?
Honey.
Honey. Some sweetness. A victory.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I got nothing. Sorry, nice.
Well, you pull hive out. You pull honey out of the hive, and now it looks like already. We gotta remember too. We gotta backtrack from the time travel. We are just in the game. I was thinking we had already been into the game, but again, this is the very start of Game 2.
Yeah.
Again, thank you everybody for waiting patiently with us as they figured those things out for the players to be in the best environment possible for this game too. As we said too, it's crucial at this point in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, every small thing counts. Like, I think the quality air, the breeze, if it drops 1%, it's a big deal.
Yeah. That's how seriously we take our player equality here,
Yes.
Best conditions as much as possible. Yeah, a lot of people working hard behind the scenes, and right now you see ONIC and BREN working hard to set the tempo right now early on in this matchup. Interesting thing to note here for Der, the XP leader of ONIC PH is rocking a Benedetta with an execute, rocking Festival of Blood. So this is a Benedetta that can assassinate, but can also deal enough damage to keep herself alive. So,
yeah, Game 2 has a lot of Game 1 vibes. Listen, a lot of same heroes, obviously in different sides right now. BREN does have the Dairoth this time and the Julian. And on the other side, obviously, Rapido's still pretty much adamant to make this Grok his main.
Yeah.
I love it when players do that. So they just try to keep playing a hero repetitively at a high level. Eventually, it'll be associated. You're going to be associated with that hero.
Well, I mean, he was waiting for it to come available again. Now here on the top side, Super Prince able to survive that one.
All right.
Durr buying some time here. Turtle is going to be worked on, though. Kyle Teasy was starting that up. Should be able to grab it. Does with the Retribution. Now the focus on Rapidude. Does he get down? No, he has the Flicker to survive. But that's an objective in the hands of BREN Esports.
Great play there by BREN. Splitting the map, making aggressive plays in the XP lane and in the turtle pit area to give them space for Kyle Teasy to secure that turtle without that much of a problem. To see if they can replicate that for the second turtle later on. Already, Super Marco picked up the Windtalker. Doesn't take long actually to build that item. One of the fastest damage items you can build up.
What we saw earlier though around that turtle is very interesting because that's the one opportunity. These are the moments where being passive as a jungler does not help out. As you can see, BREN are very, very adamant in trying to gain jungle control here.
Ooh, Ogun with a kick. This should be a kill for them. Few can't get the kill, but Rapidude's still going to be able to survive. Retribution on Few, but the rest of the team is there to back them up. Nobody goes down here just yet. Notice too, Super Prince grabbed that Way of the Dragon from Ogwin as well.
Yeah, expect to see that combination that BREN Esports dished out. Ogwin will kick or knock up, and then Few will do the same with the enhanced chains. Just at that point, they didn't have the damage just yet to be able to make the most out of it.
Yeah, that's essentially an alley-oop there.
Yeah.
Straight into the basket. A pretty big basket there. 3 points plus 4. Although the damage is just not quite there, like you mentioned.
Yeah,
that's something that BREN's gonna have to really work on.
Yeah, I want to see them pull that off with Kyle Teasy around and Super Marco as well. But here it goes.
Oh, Ogwin going right into the bush and finds all the members of ONIC Philippines. And look at the damage, though. They're the ones that get punished here. Nice startup from Ogwin. And now they're happy with that. Look at that. Already 2K gold lead ahead for BREN Esports. And they're going to force a Durr back here, too. What a setup there.
That's the kind of start that you really want here if you're BREN Esports. And again, all of that just happening almost in the blink of an eye. I love that, and we are going to have to wait and hold out for a little bit longer here. Again, check what's up with the players. So, we did see a little bit more of a presence there for BREN Esports.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
They changed up a lot here with the presence of the Dairoth.
Big presence for BREN Esports in this game, too, so far. I mean, still, I would say a lot of it, similar heroes from what we saw from Game 1, but different roles, different players are playing them. And I think that's the thing, with Ogwin this time on this Cho pick, we saw it just there, right, before we take this this little break here, this little pause. He went into the bush, despite there being, what, 3-4 members?
Yeah.
He still was able to get something started there. And again, that's something that you necessarily can't do forever on a Cho pick, but this early on, when you can start to build that snowball, if you will. And this is already, I believe it's around 2 to 3K gold lead already for BREN Esports. This is going to do dividends for their team composition that they have here. So if they can keep this up, Game 3 is on the horizon.
Yeah, it really looked like BREN Esports in that last big play knew what they were potentially walking into, how they positioned themselves. Calteezy in the Pixel Shrub. You saw a few coming out of the same shrub that Ogwen was coming out of, and he was ready to change right away. The moment that Ogwen was caught, the enhanced chains came out. Calteezy got the combo. They really made the most out of their ability kit. Similar to how ONIC played game number 1. That was a great layering of skills by BREN Esports there. And that's something we're going to have to watch out for, and that ONIC PH has to really be careful of.
Yeah, I would actually say that ONIC here they're playing pretty similar to how they played in game 1. Maybe, and in fairness, they are a little careful, if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's just that, BREN Esports is just really pushing the issue. and as a team that is currently playing behind right now, obviously in this game or in this series, I would say that that's exactly what you need to do. If you're playing on the back foot here, like, you take as many chances as you can, because I think a lot of people, teams play around the momentum very well, and you want to break that. You want to do anything that you can to break that momentum on your opponent's side. And just, go for broke. And so far, it is paying off for BREN. That's a big 2K gold lead, 2K plus gold lead here early on.
And I mean, if they can technically stop that momentum building from BREN, they still do have Dur on this Benedetta. And we've seen Benedetta be able to put pressure around the map just by splitting the map, forcing things around here. But that's the thing, right? Can Pandora stop that? That's going to be his kind of assignment throughout the game. But BREN Esports, it is a 3.6K gold lead that they already have 4 minutes in the game. This is going to be another turtle in their hands here. This is what I'm talking about. Ogwen's presence in this game, you can feel it a lot more than the previous one.
Yeah, because he's not always forced to clear a top lane. That's a big difference between a roam show and an XP lane show.
Yeah, interesting how Pandora's playing this right now. Really just sticking to lane. Doing what he can to clear the way as much as possible, knowing that it seems like Dare is the one rotating out of lane a little bit quicker. Pandora is just playing the XP lane really well. He's clearly winning that, and that's going to come big for BREN Esports once the next major objective spawns to where Pandora is, or in the next few minutes, maybe at around minute 7 or minute 8, we might see a big play courtesy of Pandora.
Again, all of these just adding up right now. The presence of BREN in these forward bushes are actually enabling them to just really keep control, especially around this mid lane. Although, again, Super Prince is still a very good big threat, and Rapidude's still a very big threat. I mean, BREN's always going to see them coming.
Yeah, right now for Super Marco, pure attack speed build. Windtalker with the Scarlet Phantom for this carry. They really want to proc the true damage extra light wheel that spawns.
Oh, they're going to get sandwiched in here, and they find Sensui. Had no idea that both those members were there, so they find a moment around the map. They're probably going to even end up taking the purple buff here. That's for the taking. They get a turret. This is massive in the objective department for BREN.
Yeah, I said it earlier, either minute 7 or 8, but then Pandora and Calteezy said, no, we'll bring it a minute earlier. Minute 6 is when we'll make a great play courtesy of the rotations and info provided by Pandora. A great call there by BREN Esports to pick off Sensui like that.
To be honest, there is just a lot of things that ONIC forgot, I think, in this draft, specifically to pressure the rookies. Remember, that's one of the keys to victories that we highlighted. And there's no pressure on Calteezy at this draft at all.
Yeah, that's one of the big glaring differences from game 1 to game 2, right? Calteezy having a much better time in the jungle here.
Yeah.
This is going to be clean sweep of the turtles anyway, going in the hands of BREN Esports. So they have obviously a huge momentum in their favor. The thing is, we really haven't seen much just yet of Nets or Super Friends, right? They really haven't been able to do or convert much in these picks that they've taken. So will they even get a chance? That's what BREN doesn't want to happen.
Yeah, it's a massive lead right now for BREN Esports. Very comfortable where they're sitting at. It's a 2-level lead. that Super Marco has over the Matrix, over net. So BREN Esports just really needs to be careful. Don't get caught off guard by surprise play. No one get picked off. Well, Ogwen at this point can actually afford to get picked off.
Yeah.
Just watch your timing of when that happens. As long as BREN Esports members are there to be able to respond. Look, up top, Pandora's pushing without a problem. BREN Esports are in total control of this game right now with the early plays that they've made. What an adjustment by BREN Esports. A night and day performance right now compared to game number 1.
Hugely different, man. It almost looks like BREN Esports is like smelling the roses right now. Just taking it in, just slowly and methodically, just taking every objective on the map from ONIC.
I mean, I don't know what it was, right? The difference between game 1 and game 2, but 8 minutes in, they've got an 8K gold lead, which is massive at this point. And if ONIC Philippines decides, hey, let's try to team fight BREN Esports with that next Lord coming up in about 30 seconds, I feel like they're going to have a rude awakening going against BREN Esports full force.
Yeah, by the way, that's a purple buff that Kautis and Few got together, but it was Few who has a purple buff on him right now. It's going to be easier for him to dish out his combinations with enhanced chains, swords, and everything in between.
Again, I actually did not catch the build of Few here. I think he's going pretty much a normal way.
Yeah, this damage.
Yeah,
he built
Julian.
Concentrated energy and Genius Swan.
Yeah. So you get that massive damage output from the enhanced chains, and you can throw in that enhanced scythe if possible.
Yeah, a lot of survivability as well. He'll get a good amount of magic lifesteal. Oh, Pandora, this is going to be bad for him.
Okay, they spot that out. That gives them the go signal already for the Lord, though.
Yeah.
That's exactly what BREN Esports wanted. So ONIC Philippines trying to make a desperate play on the bottom side. Does not happen. Now they trade the Lord here. And there you go. First Lord of the game, the hands of BREN Esports.
What a clean performance right now by BREN. Doing the right things. ONIC, they knew that if they were able to catch Pandora, it at least would have been an okay trade to get.
Yeah.
But Pandora was able to just keep himself at a good distance, arm's length. One dash wasn't enough to get out of harm's way. ONIC didn't force anything. Look at the items right now. In terms of the gold lead of the marksman, close to a 3,000 gold lead right now for Super Marco over Nets. Nets has only built the Blade of Despair. Still building. It seems like he's going for the Hunter Strike route for the second item. But let's see. He might switch things up. He might think about building a Wind of Nature, actually. Because right now, Wind of Nature is already what Super Marco has. So that carry is going to be a massive problem at this point already for ONIC PH to handle.
0, 0, and 2 seems like a non-stat line. But as a carry, getting to this point without any deaths, that's already a big blessing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
That's a big stonks play here for BREN. And again, the rest of the members of BREN are actually very busy in keeping ONIC engaged at this point. Even have a Lord walking up on top side.
Yeah, so Lord is going to be handled here pretty quickly if they can, but it might even convert into a turret. No one going to press the situation just yet. Turret is going to go down here. Base now open for ONIC Philippines to defend. They have to be very careful of how they do this. It's actually better if they just stall this out. The way that they're doing, they lose a turret on the top side, that's going to be okay. Can they buy some more time? Because like you mentioned, Renmar, Nets doesn't have much. And at this point, 11 minutes in, you're waiting for your gold lane or your marksman to catch up in some items because even with lacking that Wind of Nature or that second damage item specifically, it's going to be tough going against Super Marco. And now Owen looking to find a moment and angle here. Conceal play does come out. Super Marco unloading on that turret. Gets it less than half health. But right now, this is about all BREN Esports can do.
Yeah, considering we are approaching late game, I mean, Carry's one of the strongest late game heroes in the game.
Yes.
Flat out. And we are getting to a point where ONIC, they do need to play. They kind of need to buy time to catch up. At the same time, Super Marco is just getting stronger by the minute.
Yeah, I mean, this is they're just trying to chip away at the last two turrets.
And ONIC, this is all that they could do at this point. Way too risky for them to try and get out of base. They do not have the items and the damage right now to just win a massive fight out of nowhere. It will take layers upon layers of BREN Esports mistakes at this point for ONIC PH to be able to win this match. Or to turn it around, rather.
Yeah.
But ONIC, they just really got to hold on, get info as much as they can, but they can't hard commit to a big play because BREN Esports will just be able to turn it around.
if you're ONIC, it's about finding the right time. I think the perfect time.
Yeah.
The right time where you have the fight, you have to reach a certain level of power spike, where it's not too early and not too late that Super Marco's just gonna dominate the whole game.
Exactly.
So finding that is just difficult, not to mention that BREN's not giving an inch.
Yeah, at this point, ONIC, ironically enough, needs a lot more time and a little bit of magic to be able to turn this game around.
They're looking for the ONIC time, but right now, Bren, you asked what do you pull out of the Hive? This is it, right? A 13K gold lead, 13 minutes in the game. This next Lord will most likely result in at least one more turret, if not both, going down, right? And then I feel like at that point, BREN is already feeling confident enough to just force a fight here. Now that wasn't a good pickup item for Nets, the Malefic Roar, but already Conceal Play coming out from Ogwin and not gonna commit just yet. Has to work around this Grok here. There's one turret, make it two, all are down here. Does BREN Esports want to push this one in? They're going to look for their moment, the angle that they can find. The damage is there. There's the way the Dragon gets deleted off the map here. Rapidude is down. Dur's quite low, has to heal back up. And BREN Esports in clean fashion, working on the crystal, and they take us to game 3.
Woo. Just like that, Super Marco became untouchable in this game, and we are heading into game 3. That's a huge denial for BREN Esports against ONIC here.
Man, that zero cleaner than a shaved head. Harry Neiman. What a performance by BREN Esports.